Hello and welcome to the Superhero Podcast, and oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about today. It's hard to decide where to begin. Well, as lots of others have done, I will give my verdict on what has transpired within the movie comic book industry over the past 2 weeks, and also give my thoughts on some of the comics that I've been reading so far. So, where else to begin with than DC, I guess? Warner Brothers having their annual investors meeting, or something similar to that matter, were obviously being questioned about what they're actually going to spend their money on within their film adaptations of the DC heroes. Well, they certainly delivered something, but not as much as people really expected. They announced Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice, of course. Then they announced that Suicide Squad will also appear in 2016. Obviously, not being Justice League, because let's face it, we all saw that coming. The big news is that Wonder Woman is getting her own movie, to which I am kind of worried about. Now, although it is fantastic that we're finally getting a Wonder Woman movie, it concerns me that we have seen literally no footage of Gal Gadot's performance in the Batman-Superman movie, which she will appear in for the first time, and already they have greenlit a standalone movie to take place the year after. Now, I won't judge until I watch the entire movie, but it is slightly concerning that it's already been decided that we're stuck with Gadot no matter the outcome of Batman-Superman. It doesn't really matter, it's great that we're finally getting a film. I won't be one of those sticks in the mud who doesn't really accept it, but I will look forward to it. It's slightly concerning at the very least. Moving on, we got further announcements of Aquaman, Flash, Cyborg, and even a rebooted Green Lantern movie, which I might add is good, but I have a strong feeling that all of these movies, maybe barring Suicide Squad, will be very typical of what they've done so far. They will all try to be down-to-earth, gritty slobber knockers, the similar style to Man of Steel, which is not what we're after. Now, I love comic book movies, don't get me wrong, but after watching Man of Steel again recently, it's come to my attention that this is not the direction that they should be going in. It worries me that this is just a guideline of which direction they're going in the future. It's just here are 2 films coming out in 2018, no dates, not going to give you anything to really look forward to, and they're all going to be 2 hours roughly and feature ridiculously overlong CGI battle scenes that will get pretty tiresome pretty damn quickly. I would like a good story rather than a ridiculously overblown CGI battle sequence. Man of Steel. What I am obviously excited for is that Wonder Woman is finally making her silver screen debut after, 70 years. And also that DC are going for more daring, more interesting projects, such as Suicide Squad and Aquaman and Cyborg even. I'm just worried that all these films will be the same temperamental atmosphere that ended up happening in Man of Steel and the Dark Knight trilogy, but I shall judge when the finished product is in theatres. So DC and Warner Brothers sort of leaked their information, apparently, to a single site, and then everyone obviously found out about it. Compare that to Marvel, they did something quite different. So not long after all this declaration, Marvel was going to release the first trailer for Avengers Age of Ultron. Of course, that trailer followed the current trend of public leaks, and so Marvel inevitably released the trailer, and everybody single-handedly lost their minds. And of course, who would I be if I didn't speak about the Age of Ultron trailer that was, leaked? It was very damn enjoyable. It's super exciting. I'm looking forward to it a hell of a lot more than I was originally. There's a lot of cool stuff to see in it. The one scene that really does confuse me is the ballet scene. Not really sure about that, but I'm sure it will be explained in the film. However, it's a weird-ass shot to just suddenly cut to in the middle of the trailer, so obviously it's meant to have some significant value, so we'll just see how that goes. And of course, seeing James Spader as Ultron for the first time is amazing. It was really, really cool, and he's perfect for the role. Now, it all calmed down sort of until yesterday, when Marvel had a good old press conference where Kevin Feige came on stage and said his part to the audience before he stated that it was to announce Marvel's Phase 3, their brand new lineup of films, which everyone kind of went, oh my god. And of course, you're listening to the guy who had absolutely no idea what was going down until my phone started to explode with some people emailing me constantly saying what I thought of this. So of course, I dropped everything and had a look what was going on. So let's hit it off. Marvel announced first off with actual dates and times of when they will be released, with projects coming all the way to 2019. So, let's start at the beginning. May 6th, 2016, we have Captain America Serpent Society. Now, more on that a little bit later, but I must take my hat off to Marvel and say, well played. Then on came to the screen Doctor Strange, releasing November 4th, 2016. Which, of course, this week has had casting news spiralling out of it, with people suggesting that it's more than likely to be Benedict Cumberbatch who will play the Doctor. Now, my personal feelings on this, it is a good, solid pick from a good actor, if it's proven to be correct, and I look forward to the confirmation. However, there is the slight feeling of complacency and sort of safe feeling about it, like saying it's not really a risk, it's not really a goal, it's just like a safe pick, but we'll just see how that happens. Then right after that we have Guardians of the Galaxy 2, May 5th, 2017, which was obviously such a huge success this year that we probably should have got a sequel anyway, as the cosmic universe can be expanded so far, it's unbelievable. You can even include new Guardians in there, new sidekicks or whatever, just not too many that it crowds the film, but of course they're going to have to address the big purple guy in the corner very soon. Then it was announced Thor Ragnarok will be released July 28th, 2017. Which is more than likely going to be the final Thor film in the trilogy. Am I looking forward to it? Heck yeah. But will I be sad? Of course. But I recognise as many as other people that it's time for some new blood. Which brings us on nicely to the finally confirmed project that many have been waiting for. Black Panther, played by Chadwick Boseman, will be released November 3rd, 2017. So wow, people have been waiting for this movie for a damn long time, and that is to be expected. I mean, of course, first male black superhero on screen as a solo film is a big deal. And obviously, with Andy Serkis' character pretty much confirmed by Age of Ultron when it comes out, they could not have got a better actor to play the villain. And Black Panther in the comics has always been an intriguing character to me, and even in the cartoons, he is a cool guy. Finally getting to see him on screen is a big achievement, and I cannot wait to see how they do it, with him obviously making his first appearance in Captain America 3. Now back to Captain 3. Obviously, it was revealed that it was a big old troll, and it wasn't Serpent Society. It was going to be called, in fact, Captain America Civil War, which of course has been kind of talked about for weeks before then, with Robert Downey Jr. basically confirming that he will be starring alongside Mr. Chris Evans as Iron Man against Captain America in the good old adaptation, or not really a good old adaptation, but a sort of adaptation of Civil War, because of course Spider-Man's over at Sony, and we can't really get him unless they organise some sort of weird-ass deal. But it's reported that Black Panther will have the role of Spider-Man from the book, so it'll be him choosing which side he's aligned with, whether it be Tony Stark's pro-registration or Captain America's rebels, really, pretty much. And regards to the title of Civil War, I cannot wait. But then it appeared with the rumour that had been building for a few weeks now, and it was finally confirmed. Avengers Infinity War will be released in 2 parts, to which I would normally moan and complain about 2-part movies. Ugh! But I applaud Marvel for this. You can't show the battle for the Infinity Gauntlet in one movie, as there's just so many consequences because of it. And yeah, I am damn excited. I even watched the leaked trailer from the event about 3 or 4 times, and I honestly can't wait for part 1 on May 4th, 2018, and then part 2 on May 3rd, 2019. But you may be asking yourselves about the other 2 movies in between those 2 films. What will bridge the gap? Well, as much as a risk that Guardians was when it was announced, out comes Inhumans, to the surprise of pretty much nobody really, as these heroes have been getting a major boost recently in the comics, and there was even speculation of them doing a TV series. Now, as a project, it's really interesting, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. However, I am slightly concerned with it being a little bit too out there, but it's progress, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. Now, I want Lockjaw, I want Medusa, and I want a good, intimidating actor to play Black Bolt, because obviously Black Bolt can't say a damn word. You need someone who can fill that role. But that is 4 years away, and before that movie, there's one announcement left that I thought honestly wouldn't happen. The one that I now have to look forward to all the way until July 2018, Captain Marvel. Now this is me being honest here, and perfectly honest, unscripted, whatever. I have to say thank you to Marvel for this. This is one of my... Captain Marvel, which I've said on many occasions, Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel, whatever you want to call her, has been my favourite hero for a number of years now. I cannot wait to see what they do with it. Obviously, there haven't been any casting announcements, and people have already gone into overdrive about who they want to play her. But I honestly cannot wait for the movie to come out. It is a fantastic achievement. Although Wonder Woman is being released, and obviously she's a more recognisable name, Captain Marvel is one of those heroes that can really inspire people. And obviously it may come out of the Infinity War, like say, or something happened that gave her her powers. I don't care. I don't care about the origin. I think the fact that they're actually making a Captain Marvel movie is a historic achievement in itself. The fact that I really am looking forward to this film is no real surprise, because I've said on many occasions that it is a film that I have been desperate to see. And Captain Marvel is a great hero to pick. She's a fantastic image for people to represent. She doesn't have to represent solely the girls' society or the men's, it's both. And reading her books, watching her on cartoons, it's been unfortunate we haven't had anything so far, but finally, I am happy because I am really looking forward to this movie. I've been reading quite a few comics recently, but there are only a few that really stood out to me. Edge of Spider-Verse is really going well. If you pick up The Amazing Spider-Man or the Edge of Spider-Verse tie-ins, they are really getting quite good and into the groove of setting up different multiverse of Spider-Men. From that, we go to The Death of Wolverine, which finally wrapped up with, obviously, the title of the book, The Death of Wolverine. It is a well-written, expertly written book that is really well drawn, and in the end, it has a really sad ending, but you know that it's the final goodbye to a great character who can finally rest in peace. Well, for about 2-3 years, but still, it's good. It's finally good that this character is finally going in the cupboard for a good while. And also, Axis has been starting to get really good, so whether you pick up that or another kind of the tie-ins to the Axis series, you should really start to check that out. From DC, check out Injustice Year 3. That's getting really interesting with all the magic getting into the Superman war. And also look out for the finale of Batman Beyond 2.0. As a main book, I would have to suggest getting Batman Eternal. Although it has had a few iffy issues, it's certainly miles ahead of Future's End, which is one of the most troubling, confusing, kind of really bad events that I've seen from a long time from DC. I must say thanks for listening. I will have some more videos for you soon. More character history, which you can vote for in the comments. Just choose which one you want to have voted for. And I will see you soon. Bye for now, folks.